Coming to you live from the St. Rose Career Center, this is Work It! With Lizzy Edwards, Luke Schmonsky, Cassie Heath, and Ben Lamb.
Good evening and welcome to Work It, your one-stop shop for all Career Center tips, hints, and headlines. I'm Ben Lamb. On tonight's episode, networking. What is a networking card, you might ask? How do I go about networking? What social media should I rely on most when it comes to my networking endeavors? Tonight, we will focus on these and many more issues at hand. But first, have you ever seen people handing out little cards wherever they go, making sure that people remember their faces and having something on them at all times to make sure that their information's out there? Well, you too can have something of this sort, even if you're not employed. Ben Lamb reports on networking cards. What the? So once you're in a business, generally the company that you're working for will give you business cards. It allows you to network with other professionals in the field, and also allows you to have that presence that you need at a lot of different conventions and conferences and things like that. Unfortunately though, for those of us who aren't employed right off the bat, we don't have that material item to hand out to say, I work for so-and-so. You should contact me. Reach out to me for this. We can work together. But you still have the same skills, talents, abilities to really work with these people and collaborate. So what should you do? Well, some people would say business cards are old school. You don't need them. But think about this, folks. With social networking becoming so huge, business cards have become one of those novelty items of sort to certain people. So it could give you that little bit of an extra touch, that material item that person, that employer, potentially, could hold on to and see at a later date, bring up your name, bring up a memory of you. So what should you put on your networking card? Well, the big thing to remember is if you are not working at the school that you are currently attending, do not put your school's emblem, your school's, title page kind of stuff on your card. It can seem deceiving to a potential employer because they might think that you're employed at the college even though you're not. Other thing to remember is you don't want to give too much information. You just want to give them a taste, but you want to give them the ability to find out more in the future. So what can it look like? Well, I'll show you. So this right here, as you can see, is my networking card. I'm not currently employed, even though I am a graduate assistant in the Career Center. So I wanted an item that I could hand out to potential employers. On here, you have your name. Biggest thing to remember, you want them to know your name. Give it a little bit of color. Just picked a generic design off of a website, threw it on here. It's free, shipping only. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but if you come to the Career Center, we'll probably mention it to you. Additionally, you want to have your contact info, email, phone number. Don't worry about your address. At this point, snail mail is out the door most of the time. Your degree could be important. So if you have dual degrees, like say you have a bachelor's and you're working on a master's, or you're just working on your bachelor's, having the degree and the date of that you're getting that degree is huge. And then if you have a LinkedIn account, this could be really helpful, folks. LinkedIn acts almost like a personal resume online. So by putting the link on the bottom of your card, or a QR code if you're really snazzy, you can actually put that on your card so that when they go to that link, they'll see more information about you. They'll be more drawn into exactly who you are. Great way to network. So just remember those few little tips, and you could really develop an amazing networking card that'll put you out there in the working world with a big upper hand on other folks that don't necessarily have one. So hopefully it's given you a little bit of information, and I hope that you are highly successful with your new networking card interactions. Now that was some really great information, and what a dashing young man. Now, over to Lizzy Edwards for this week's episode of Dear Lizzy.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Dear Lizzy. Dear Lizzy, what in the world is LinkedIn? I already have a Facebook and a MySpace, so should I even bother with this new one? Sincerely, Barbie Jackson. Yes, Barbie, you should become a part of LinkedIn. It's a great way to connect and network with professionals, potential employers, and colleagues. Huge amounts of employers are even using this LinkedIn to recruit potential people like you. So it's a great opportunity for you, and you should definitely become a part of it. Thank you. See you next week.
Thank you, Lizzy. And now let's head over to Mr. Luke Schmonsky for an in-the-field report on networking know-how. What do you know?
5 networking tips for you all out there. 1, make sure that you be yourself. When you go out to an event, a networking event, go in there and talk to them about other things rather than just work, or just don't go in there and throw a sales pitch right at them. Just be yourself. Let the conversation flow naturally. That'll help you out a lot. Another one is that you want to collect business cards. And I know we talked a little bit about business cards, but you want to make sure that you collect business cards, and when you do, sorry about that. All right, we're good now. When you do collect this business card, on the back of it, write some things down to help you remember the person, like where you met them, or what are some things that they're working on, what are projects that they're working on. So when you go back through your piles of business cards, you have a little bit of a reminder for yourself. Another thing that you want to do is make sure that you stay in touch. So many people go to a networking event and they're like, whew, done with that. All right, let's go meet some new people. And they keep branching their network out, but they don't establish strong relationships within their network. So it's always good to just stay in touch, whether it's a quick email, or maybe you found a letter that you think, or an article that you think somebody might be interested in. Send it along their way or something like that. Another thing that you could do, and this is what people do if they move to a new area and they want to make friends, so why not in the business world or the job search world as well? Join a group. Join a professional group. Join some kind of group that will help you meet people that might have some similar objectives as you, and it can help you along the way in terms of networking. And the last tip that I have for you, I know that networking seems like it's very, very hard. And you know what? It is. I'm not going to lie to you. But you have to go out and you have to do it. And you have to meet people that can help you out along the way. Believe me, a lot of people want to help you. And the people who are networking, especially right now, you know, this is a tough job market. It's not your parents' job market anymore. This is a whole different ball of wax, so to speak. That was one of your parents' sayings, though. But anyway, okay. But if you do network, you're going to see favorable results. 78% of the jobs every year that people get are never even advertised for. It's a thing called the hidden job market. What we all have to do is uncover that hidden job market. Thanks.
Thank you, Luke. As always, your knowledge is captivating. Now let's head over to Cassie Heath for this week's episode of Cassie's Corner.
Hi, and welcome back to Cassie's Corner. This week, I'd like to talk to you about the Career Advisory Network, or CAN. CAN is a networking tool that the Career Center provides to allow students like you to contact alumni and employers that we've worked with in the past, because you're not alone.
All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself.
These are people who want to talk to St. Rose students and are willing to help, so you don't have to feel uncomfortable about getting a hold of them. You can ask them questions about the job market, what to expect in interviews, and how to network in the field, and you can access this through the eCareer Center. That's all for this week. See you next time.
Thank you, Cassie. You really did tell us how the Career Center can help folks out there even more than they might have known. Now, folks, remember, there's other ways of keeping in touch with the Career Center beyond our little chats here on a weekly basis. Come on up, visit us, 3rd floor St. Joe's Hall, or even follow us on Twitter or Facebook. You can see the links right down here at the bottom of the webpage, and also on our website at www.strohs.edu/career-center. You can access eCareer Center there, and also see all the events, programs, and other things that we have posted on our lovely webpage. Whatever you do, though, make sure to come visit us next week. Watch our future episodes. Even subscribe to us on YouTube, because you never know what amazing things you'll learn from working it. My name's Ben Lamb. Have a wonderful evening.